There are several solutions to provide hardware and software encryption of endpoint data. Several solutions provide capabilities to encrypt the data at rest, and other ones provide encryption while transferring the files or in transit to the corporate network or through the internet. So whenever people refer to email encryption, they often are referring to encrypting the actual email message. So that's done so only the intended receiver can decrypt the email and, of course, read the message itself. To effectively protect your emails, you should make sure that you do several of the following. First is that the connection of your email provider or the email server is actually encrypted. The second is that your actual email messages are encrypted themselves. And the third one is that your stored cache or archive email messages, of course, are also protected. There are many email encryption software, both commercial and open source. Here are a few examples. The first one is Pretty Good Privacy, or PGP, widely used open source package, and there's also a commercial version of it. Matter of fact, the open source package is the GNU Privacy Guard, which is the second one listed here, a GNU PG. The third one is a Secure Multipurpose Internet Mail Extension, that's a mouthful, or SMIME. And the fourth ones are web-based encryption email services such as Sending and JobbleMe, and there's many others. Let's go over some of the solutions to encrypt endpoint data at rest. The first one is that GPG also enables you to encrypt files and folders on a Windows, Mac, or Linux system. And like I mentioned before, GPG is actually free. The built-in Mac OS X this utility also can be used to encrypt endpoint data at rest. There's also another free encryption tool for Windows, Mac, and Linux, which is called TrueCrypt. ASCrypt is also a Windows-only file encryption tool. There's things like BitLocker. Many Linux distributions, such as Ubuntu, allows you to encrypt the home directory of a user. Mac OS X comes with FileVault, which supports full disk encryption on a Mac OS X system. Of course, you have commercial products, like I mentioned before, things like Symantec, PGP, SafeBoot, and Trend Microsystems. We covered virtual private networks in previous lessons. We gave examples of both remote access and site-to-site VPNs to provide data integrity, authentication, and data encryption. This is, again, an example of how to encrypt traffic in transit. Again, I mentioned that there's two different types of VPNs, remote access and site-to-site VPNs. And we went over some of the example technologies like IPsec, SSL, MPLS, and PPTP. And what is relevant in here, of course, that is the most widely used technology to encrypt data in transit.